Feeling good, man.
Man, with your back there.
วันนี้ฝรั่งผิวขาวเดินมา
Oh, yeah, no problem, Rich. Hey, Rich. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
The mayor over here. The mayor over here.
You know that line is leaning back like Fat Joe.
Do some more hair too, man.
Huh?
Do some more hair in the back.
What was the exact moment you was just done with dating in the West?
When I came to Thailand. Nah, man, I just got out of a crazy ass relationship with a crazy ass broad, and I was just done. But I didn't come out here for that, man. I came out here trying to get a condo because I wanted to do my Airbnb out here. I seen the wave of what was happening years before it came, and that's what I was gonna do. And then God just took care of the rest, man. I just gotta be honest. It wasn't me. I had no plans. I didn't know what I was doing or how I was gonna do it. God worked it out, man. God did.
What would you suggest for brothers, man, that's looking to live abroad, date abroad?
Live abroad, date abroad.
If they still got the American traditional 9 to 5, they frustrated. What would you suggest to them to put themselves in a position where they can live overseas?
I'm doing an episode about that right now. It really comes down to common sense, you guys. You got to have your funds together. You got to have. I mean, it's just common sense. You got to have your ends right. If not, you got to have a good retirement plan. You got to be smart. People think they can just come out here and just live off the cheap for $400 a month. It's not gonna happen, man. They're gonna get you up out of here. You might be able to pull it off for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, but to really be here, man, you gotta have your ends together. And once you have that together, your stability, everything else falls into place everywhere, whether it's here, Colombia, Brazil, Dominican. Because you have your ends together, you can win. And anywhere on this earth, you should be able to survive for anywhere between $2,500 and $3,500 a month. You should be good. That's a general thing. I'm more on the 3,500 side, but I know people that can do it for 25 or less. So it is what it is. You get what you pay for. You did.
And action.
Oh, he said action. All right, that's what I'm used to hearing.
Do you feel like Thailand will make their culture will change with the influx of not only Americans but American women? Let's say maybe sisters.
It's an excellent question, DMT. The short of the answer is no, and I'll tell you why. See, what you guys got to understand, because we have a tendency as a people to go to a perfect place and ruin it. We have a tendency to do that. You know what I mean? If you have, we're going to give you an airline where it's affordable to fly wherever you want. We're going to call it Spirit Airlines. Make it where everyone can fly all around the world for a fair price. Ruin that. We're going to take you to Carnival Cruise Line, and we're going to show you where you can have affordability and turn up for the weekend. And doing that. So now, we're flying places and bringing our stank with us, which is the worst thing you could ever do. But the reason why I won't ruin it is because, number one, they're not as influenced by our music. They don't understand our language. They kind of stay here they are. That's why the women that you date in places like this, that act like black girls, those are the ones you don't want, because those are the ones, that's what you get at home. You want one that don't really speak a lot of English, that ain't impressed by your music. They like their music, like Elle likes her music. Don't get me wrong, she'll listen to hip hop too, but you can't affect the culture. Like in DR, the culture's affected tremendously, which raised the prices up, which raised everything up, because the DR is like a baby New York. You know what I mean? So it's like, but that's because it's close enough for ninjas to ruin it. You know what I mean? It took them a while, but they got there. But if you notice, man, you don't see this behavior in Dubai. You don't see this behavior in Singapore. The only time you see this type of behavior is in affordable places where lower people can come in. I'm doing a live stream on Sunday, Saturday night for America. It's like, affordability is really, it's not really much racism as it is classism. Anything that's affordable, you're going to bring in a lower end type of people. Not all. That's the first barrier of defense. That's why when I do Zoom Fest, I make it a certain price point, because I want to make sure I get the right people. Because people pay more money to not have to deal with it, and they will pay more money to not have to deal with it.
Some of the criticisms of, we can just say the passport bros, for example, is that men are traveling overseas and they're taking advantage of the women because they make more money than the women here, and the women.
So about in the DR?
No, just in general.
In general?
Yeah, in general, they're just saying basically, hey, you guys make more money, and that's the only reason these women are submissive to you, because you are the breadwinner, and you can't handle strong women in the States that make as much money as you.
I'm gonna tell you why that's corny. Because the same thing happens in the States. Men with money get the same women. That you think Lil Wayne is gonna have Halle Berry? Do you think Birdman is gonna have Tony Braxton? I mean, come on, man, let's be real. It's men want youth and beauty, women want power and stability. We do it for two different reasons. So yeah, don't be mad at us because our money goes farther. Because when y'all was in Jamaica getting y'all backs blew out, we was like, dude, have at it, do your thing. But yeah, but that's just natural. That's natural. It's like it's common sense. Yeah, he who has the gold makes the rules. Ask Anton Dan.
If you was to go back in time and talk to your younger self, let's say around 25, what would you tell yourself?
Figure out a way to get to Thailand before the ninjas come and mess it up. That's it. I would have invested in stocks. I would have done things that would set me up for later on. I wouldn't have spent as much time. Like I'm dating some of the most beautiful women in LA. You know, the reputation preceding. I was a big club promoter in LA, so LA was Thailand for me. Except it was just all different races. Like
I saw some clips of your wedding. You had everybody there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, so I can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? It's really what it was. So I spent more time focusing on women than I did on my career, which I think I would have been a lot farther in my career. Because while I was focusing on women, Cuba Gooding Jr. was focused on Academy Award performance. And I was focusing on women. DJ Pooh was doing Death Certificate and Ice Cube albums. Like people that were my peers that I grew up with, that I could get down the same as them. I could get down the same as them, but I chose beautiful women. And Robert Townsend, my mentor, is the one that got on me about that. He's like, you know, whatever you master, you're gonna master. You've mastered bitches. You master bitches. It's like, dude, you can tell me. He's like, man, you don't understand, man. If you put your thing together as an actor or a director, the level of women you're gonna meet is going way surpass me, because I was a big nightclub promoter. So he would come to my clubs and see, you know, I had it cracking. But how far can that take? You know what I mean? In terms of where I could have been. He's like, dude, I've had general teams based on this movie Hollywood Shuffle. I've met Clint Eastwood, people that are like respecting me because of what I do. You know what I mean? Not because how many bitches I have. So that was a thing there.
Zoom, I really appreciate you, man, for coming on, brother. Thanks for dropping the legendary interview once again. You know, you've been my guy for a long time now, man. All right.
Since day one. Tell you something, BMT. I wish more people were solid like you, bro. You know what I mean? You're a solid dude. There's nothing I would do for you. I'm sorry it took this long to get to you. There's nothing I would do for you, but I love you.
All right, man. Peace.
No,